Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking you on, well, an incredible journey to two of Thailand's most exquisite island paradises, Phuket, that's Phuket, and Koh Samui.
Hmm.
We're diving deep into luxury, relaxation, and trying to figure out which one truly calls to you.
Sounds fantastic.
You've given us a great starting point here, this comparison from Phuket versus Koh Samui luxury island showdown. Our mission today is really to distill the essence of what makes each island unique for that kind of high-end escape.
Yeah, to help you pinpoint which Thai island really aligns with what you're looking for in an opulent getaway.
Exactly.
And it's a really useful source article. What I find fascinating is how it goes beyond just, here are some nice beaches. It really gets into the lifestyle differences.
Right, the subtle things.
Those subtle yet significant differences. And this article, it's worth mentioning, comes from Ocean Worldwide. They're a luxury real estate agency based right there in Phuket since 2004.
Okay, so they know the area well.
Extremely well. Sandra O'Neill, the director, she's helped literally thousands of families and investors navigate these very choices over the years. So we're going to unpack these key distinctions, atmosphere, activities, even property stuff to give you that full picture, this luxury living showdown.
Okay, let's kick things off then. The first thing that jumps out from the source is the overall vibe. How would you characterize the core difference in feel between Phuket and Koh Samui?
Well, Phuket generally comes across as the bigger island. More districts, more variety. The source calls it the choice for scale and choice.
Scale and choice, okay. And that often means more direct international flights, maybe slightly more competitive pricing on accommodation sometimes.
That's often the case, yeah. It's
Yeah.
generally seen as a bit more accessible in that sense. Then you have Koh Samui,
Right.
which offers a more, shall we say, intimate and relaxed luxury vibe. Lots of resorts and villas there really focus on secluded, tranquil experiences.
So the mood is smaller, easier to grasp in a few days. It's the pick for intimacy and calm.
Precisely. And this difference, it hits you right away when you think about getting there. Phuket has a full international airport hub. You can fly direct from many places. Samui's airport is much smaller, quite charming actually, but it mostly connects via Bangkok or maybe Singapore. So that initial travel experience already feels different.
That really sets the stage. What about the cost implications of that vibe difference? Does luxury cost more on one than the other?
It's interesting. This source gives some ballpark figures for five-star places in high season. Phuket, roughly 250 pounds to over 800 pounds a night.
Okay.
Koh Samui, maybe surprisingly, often starts a bit higher, say 300 pounds, and can go up to 900 pounds plus per night.
So Samui's intimacy comes at a premium, potentially.
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Though Phuket certainly has its ultra-luxe end too.
Yeah.
But for those struggling to choose, the article suggests a brilliant idea, the split stay.
Oh, right. Tell me about that.
You do maybe 3 or 4 nights soaking up Phuket's buzz, the energy, the options. Then you hop over to Samui for another 3 or 4 nights to just unwind in those quiet coves. Best of both worlds.
That sounds like a fantastic way to experience the contrast. Okay, let's get into where you actually stay, the accommodation. This seems like a really key differentiator.
Absolutely crucial for the luxury experience. The source paints a really vivid picture.
So Phuket, what's the signature style there?
Think cliffside villas. Big, dramatic, with those long, sweeping horizon views, often decked out with cinema rooms, gyms, a full staff roster.
Wow.
Yeah, proper staffing, on-call butlers. You've got the big names of Mampuri, Trisara, Sri Panua, often on these headlands like Kamala's Millionaire's Mile or Cape Panua. It's about grandeur, big footprints.
Maximum drama, as you said.
And what about Samui? How does it compare?
Samui leans more towards hillside and beachfront hideaways. It feels more private, leafy, think palm frame pools, a real sense of hush at night.
Villa living is really king there. Full kitchens, often live-in butlers too, but maybe a bit more integrated into the villa lifestyle. Think Four Seasons, Six Senses, Banyan Tree. It's famous for that villa to beach living, often on the calmer bays.
Sand at your doorstep kind of thing.
Pretty much, yeah. Or very close. It feels more connected to the immediate surroundings, perhaps.
So it's grandeur versus intimacy again, in a way. What are the practical trade-offs for a traveler choosing between these styles?
Good question. With Phuket's clifftop estates, you get maximum drama, incredible views, often fewer passersby because you're elevated.
Right.
But you might need a buggy, or there might be steps to actually get down to the sea. You trade immediate beach access for the view.
Okay, I see.
Samui's beach level or near beach living gives you that instant sand access, which is amazing. But those areas can be a bit busier, especially during peak season or sunset.
Makes sense. And if absolute privacy is the #1 goal.
The source points out specific areas.
Yeah.
In Phuket, think Mai Khao or Awayan, quieter stretches.
Hmm.
In Samui, areas like Lipa Noi or Tailing Ngam are known for seclusion. And simple things matter too, like picking a villa at the end of a bay, or one with good hedging or a setback pool. Little design choices that enhance privacy.
Good tips. Okay, let's shift gears to indulgence. Food and nightlife. How do the islands stack up after dark?
Ah, yes. Very distinct scenes here. Phuket offers a really broad dining landscape. You've got Michelin-rated restaurants, chef's counters, strong Japanese, Italian, modern Thai scenes. Quite diverse.
And the price point for high-end dining.
Tasty menus are noted as ranging from around 3,500 up to 6,500 Thai baht, and the after dark tone. Definitely more energetic, flashy beach clubs, polished lounges, a real late-night buzz.
Okay, broad, energetic, diverse. What about Samui?
Samui's food scene feels more intimate. Smart seafront restaurants, lovely wine-forward bistros, sunset grills, perhaps a bit more focused on the immediate setting.
And tasting menus there.
Generally a little lower, maybe 2,800 to 5,500 THB. And the nightlife reflects that intimacy. It's low-key. There are chic spots for sure, but things tend to wind down earlier. It's a different social rhythm.
So if you're a real foodie or a night owl, Phuket might have the edge in terms of sheer options and energy.
Potentially, yes.
Oh.
The source suggests Phuket is great for those seeking varied tasting menus, maybe international chef collaborations, and definitely more late-night food options. Think getting great noodles or dim sum after midnight.
Right.
Samui is perhaps more for those who love fresh Gulf seafood, smaller kitchens, maybe even having the chef come chat at your table. That personal touch.
And the beach clubs, you mentioned flashy for Phuket.
Yeah, Phuket does that big glossy sundowner thing really well. Infinity pools, maybe a sax player over house beats. It's a scene.
Okay.
Samui's clubs are generally smaller, more relaxed, more barefoot chic. Less about the spectacle, more about the vibe.
Got it. And late night food. Phuket wins there.
In terms of availability, generally yes. Options till 2 a.m. or even 24-hour room service in some big hotels. Samui is tighter, street food maybe until midnight or 1 a.m., but fewer late options.
Okay, moving beyond food and drink.
Yeah.
What about wellness and activities? Recharging the batteries or exploring?
Another key area of difference. Koh Samui has really built a strong reputation for holistic retreats, yoga sanctuaries. Think longer programs, maybe 5 to 14 nights, often in really peaceful jungle-like settings.
More immersive wellness?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Focused on things like fasting, gentle movement, herbal support. Phuket offers fantastic luxury spas too, often within the big resorts, with great ocean views. But it also brings in more medical wellness add-ons.
Like what?
Things like lab checks, IV therapy, sports medicine integrated into wellness programs. The programs might be a bit shorter too, maybe 3 to 10 nights typically, so a slightly different wellness philosophy.
Gentle reset versus maybe a more structured, even clinical approach sometimes.
Interesting. And hitting the water. Yachting. Big difference here too. Phuket is described as a full-service hub. It has proper deepwater marinas, yacht haven, Iopo Grand Marina are mentioned, loads of charter options.
Right.
Samui is more low-key for yachting, moorings, smaller piers. Still beautiful for boat trips, but less infrastructure.
So the kind of day trips you do would differ.
Absolutely. From Phuket, you're perfectly placed to explore the dramatic limestone cliffs and caves of Phang Bay, or Koh Hong. Real wow factor.
Okay.
From Samui, the classic trip is to Ang Thon Marine Park. Stunning lagoons, hidden beaches, sandbars. Beautiful, but a different kind of scenery.
And timing matters for boating.
Hugely. For the calmest seas and best boat availability, Phuket shines from November to April. Samui's best window is actually different, more like June to September.
I'm pray.
Got to match the season to your plans.
That's a crucial advice. Okay, let's think about longer stays or families. How do the islands cater to them at the luxury inn?
For families, Phuket tends to offer more dedicated attractions outside the resorts, and the kids' clubs within resorts are often larger, more structured. Think schedules, rainy day rooms, the whole setup.
Geared up for kids' entertainment.
Right. Samui offers a more laid-back family environment.
Yeah.
The gentler bays are great for little ones. Villas often have multiple bedrooms suited for families, and the slower roads can feel safer. It's maybe less about programmed activities and more about relaxed family time. Both usually cater to the 4-12 age range in their clubs.
Makes sense. And for those thinking longer term, maybe investing or settling for a while, this seems where the Ocean Worldwide expertise really comes in.
Exactly. Their perspective as a luxury real estate agency is key here. Phuket, according to the source, leans towards turnkey service living. Think integrated resorts with apartments or villas that have predictable standards, management, and rental programs. Good for investors or hassle-free living.
Okay, more like managed properties.
Yeah. Samui, on the other hand, shines for private villas and slower burn value. It's more about individual villas, maybe with management, but perhaps less integrated into huge resorts, more villa-led service choices.
And ownership rules. Quickly remind us.
Sure. Foreigners generally can buy condominiums freehold within a foreign ownership quota for the building. But for land, and therefore most villas, it's typically via a long-term leasehold structure. That's standard across Thailand.
Good clarification. So Phuket for integrated living, Samui for private villas. What about cost for longer stays and just general infrastructure?
For a typical one-bed serviced residence in low season, the source suggests Phuket might be around 45,000 to 70,000 Thai baht per month. Samui, perhaps a bit lower, maybe 35,000 to 55,000 THB.
Interesting. Cheaper monthly on Samui, potentially?
Potentially, yeah. But infrastructure is the other side of the coin for long stays. Phuket has more co-working spaces, multi-lane roads making getting around easier, several international hospitals, a bigger choice of international schools. It feels more developed as a place to live.
Right, the daily life stuff.
Exactly. Samui feels calmer, which is part of its appeal, but the source notes you might need signal boosters for reliable internet in some hillside villas. It highlights that quieter, less urbanized feel. These are the practicalities Sandra O'Neill and her team at Ocean Worldwide would absolutely discuss with potential long-term residents or investors.
Incredibly helpful detail. Okay, let's wrap this up with the absolute practicals. Getting there easily, moving around, and the best times to go for that peak luxury experience.
Right, the logistics. We touched on airports. Phuket, HKT, has that wider international network, potentially saving you a stop in Bangkok. Samui, USM, is smaller, mostly regional links via Bangkok or Singapore. So Phuket often wins on pure travel convenience from afar.
And peak seasons, they're different, right?
Very different, which is key. Phuket's prime time is November to April. The absolute sweet spot is usually December to March, perfect weather, calm seas.
Okay, the classic high season.
Yep. Samui's best weather window is actually shifted. It really comes into its own from January through to August. The peak tourist times within that are often February to June, and then again July to August.
So you can chase the sun depending on when you travel.
You absolutely can. And both airports offer fast-track services, lounges, that sort of thing, to smooth out the arrival and departure, little luxury touches.
What about the flip side? The rainy seasons. It's not just about sun, is it? Sea conditions matter.
Critically important. Phuket's monsoon is generally May to October. September and October can see the roughest seas, making boat trips less pleasant or even canceled, and some West Coast beaches less swimmable.
Oh, okay.
Samui's main wet patch is later October to December, often peaking in November with heavy rain sometimes. So if swimming and boating are high priorities, you really need to pick the right season for your chosen island.
And holidays, Christmas, New Year.
Oh yeah, Christmas, New Year, Chinese New Year, Thai New Year, Songkran in April. Expect peak rates, minimum stay requirements, and book way in advance for the best places on both islands. They get very busy.
So the final advice on timing.
The source sums it up perfectly. If your travel dates are fixed, pick the island that has the best weather during that time. Simple.
Right.
But if you have flexibility, aim for the shoulder seasons just before or just after the peak. You'll often find more space, slightly better rates, and it's easier to get into top restaurants. That's smart luxury travel.
Fantastic summary. So after this really detailed dive, what's the big takeaway for you, our listener? It seems crystal clear that both Phuket and Koh Samui offer exceptional luxury, but they really do cater to different dreams.
Totally different aspirations.
Phuket really stands out if you value convenience, lots and lots of options for activities, dining, nightlife, and a generally buzzing, vibrant atmosphere. Great for families needing entertainment or those who love energy.
And Koh Samui. It offers that more understated, maybe more elegant, laid-back feel. It's the place for those picture-perfect, quiet beaches, ideal for couples wanting romance or anyone seeking a really tranquil, private escape.
So ultimately, neither is better. It just depends.
Exactly. The best island for you really, truly boils down to the kind of holiday you're actually picturing in your mind.
And maybe as you picture that perfect escape, think beyond just what you'll do.
Consider how you want to feel. Is it that exhilarating pulse of glamour and choice? Or is it the deep, serene hush of a private hideaway that defines ultimate luxury for you? How do you want to feel at the end of that perfect day on your Thai island escape?